Happy Father's Day, Jeremy.
Yay. It'll be my second Father's Day coming.
Yes. Is that just cool? And I know how much you had to move around with everything, but we're here and you can see this quantum experience behind you with this quantum spa. But I mean, I'm just so delighted that you said yes to being in this book, Real Men Are War, because guess what? You and Jason are exactly what my vision was when I was in my late 20s. And I looked at Hulda Clark and I said, and she said, I'm not taking on any mentees. I said, what if I am the person supposed to carry your message long after you're gone? You see, you have the experience, the enthusiasm, and all of that. We have the wisdom. And so you're exactly the model. And I'm so glad that you said yes. So it's going to be repeat for real. Obviously, it's got to be mental pillar. Tell us what's latest about you and Jeremy J. Hoffman and Christiana and this beautiful young son of yours.
Oh my goodness. I mean, even just this morning, I was out at a meeting as we're mapping out our second location. And yeah, we're mapping out the second location, likely in Vegas. And we're bringing in some incredible, unique, immersive technology that we're doing. And Christiana sends me a video of Bodhi, and he has the little speaker. He's in his diaper and he's dancing around. He loves to dance. He loves to move. And he's 1.5 years right now. So he's just about 18 months. And it is, for us, I mean, my wife and I are both entrepreneurs, and we have been for a long time. And so I think that, our approach to parenting is very similar to entrepreneurship, which is lead with curiosity and stay consistent and disciplined in the direction that we want to go. And so the approach that we've taken with our son is to let him just be, let him create. When he's throwing his food all over the place, we let him know that he's created art, but that we all still have to pick it up and put it away and
put the art away.
Yeah.
The art leftovers away. That is hilarious.
Now it's time to clean up the art. And we're hitting right now what we're calling stage 3, which is he's not tall enough to climb up onto the countertops, but he's smart and strong enough to push a chair anywhere and then climb up on the chair and then get up onto the countertops. So that's it's been a lot of fun with Bodhi. And then one of our other babies, I'll show you guys just a little sneak peek here.
Oh, please.
You guys got to experience a little bit of the cafe and lounge concept, but we're finalizing a bunch of the equipment, some of the health code stuff here. And so we'll be able to have the full lounge, the whole outside area, right connected to the quantum spa as well. So we have our young little baby, we have quantum baby, and then we're getting our lounge going real quick as well.
So is it Bodhi or is it Brody? How do you spell
Bodhi?
Bodhi.
Bohdi. Bodhi.
Bodhi, because
Bodhi
boy.
Bodhi tree.
Yes, a Bodhi boy, and quantum baby, and everything else. So that's what you're going to be doing in Las Vegas about that. So what a beautiful way of. When I said what a beautiful spa, as we were coming out and we were doing it was the night of networking before we went into to the next day of our preview. I said, how did you create this? And you manifested that. And I mean, you did. So tell us about this. Yes, you're an entrepreneur or whatever, but a lot of people, they are wantrepreneurs, not entrepreneurs. What's the difference?
I mean, there's even a difference beyond that I'm learning in this entrepreneur realm, is because there are people who want to be entrepreneurs, and then there's people who kind of become entrepreneurs, and maybe they can raise some money or they can invest some money. But then the next stage is, can you actually learn how to operate your business? And that's something that honestly, I thought I knew how to do. And I honestly am just really starting to learn this in the last 6 to 8 months, where ultimately learning how to take your idea and put it into physical reality I think that's a lot of the entrepreneurial journey, is having, a unique innovation or a unique product or a unique way of doing things, and being able to then bring that into the world. That's, in my opinion, separate than being a business owner. If you want to own laundromats and car dealerships and things of this nature, those are tried and true businesses. I look at those people as business owners, and there's nothing wrong with that. And then so you have business owners, then you have entrepreneurs, and then you have this category of operators that can be, facilitated through either an entrepreneurship path or a business owner path, when you can really learn how to utilize the data, the levers, the resources at your company's disposal to move it forward, to actually feel like there is a sense of clarity and operational efficiency that can really move forward. And so for me, on the entrepreneurship side, our goal right now is we're reimagining what hospitality could look like from a perspective of health and wellness. And so we're building physical and digital infrastructure for health and wellness into commercial buildings, into residential buildings, and into hotels. That's really what our goal is. And so we have a number of different pilot programs and pillars that we're activating in these different buildings and these different experiences. But again, at the end of the day, we're a hospitality company that just happens to manage a cafe and lounge, that just happens to manage the best spa. We just won best health spa in Los Angeles. I'm
so expected. So expected. Yeah. I mean,
it's been a labor of love and a great team.
and because they have a great person at the helm. Because I walked in there and I'm going, this is a haven. I could just go ahead and move in here and do Instacart and just not leave, And I'm sure that is just, I just really felt that. So in knowing this, Eric, and all of this, and I'm just really thinking about it, and I'm sure this, I hope this is taken in such care, and I want to phrase this the right way, because I remember I knew you before Christiana.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that we had a conversation about your personal life during your editing, and I said to you, I said, you're fixing. I was used to use my Southern station. You're fixing to hit a home run, and then within a couple of weeks after our launch, I saw you on Instagram. Really hot woman. I'm going, there's home run.
Yeah, I mean,
how did you manifest Christiana into your life? This ought to be. I want to hear this.
This is a good story, and I'll preface this and say that I think everyone. Well, yeah, I'll share this. I was on a podcast not that long ago, and the gentleman was asking me questions about if I believe that there is the one, and my response back to him is, I don't know if I actually personally believe that there is a one, but I believe that there are a few throughout someone's life that make significant, specifically in intimate relationships, as well as like platonic but deep friendships, where this person makes a significant impact in your life and you make a significant impact in their life. But as an example, I hope that I am married to my wife. I was married in my earlier 20s as well, but I hope that I'm married to Christiana and with her for the rest of my life. But God forbid something happens when she's 80 or 90 and I'm living to 120. I might find another one when I'm 100, right? So I like to say that there's a very select few. And in sharing that, I was married in my early 20s. I was not shy of getting in relationships. I had had a number of different types of relationships. I tried different relationship styles. I had been in open relationships. I had been very committed relationships. I had tried to explore what was right for me. I'm an entrepreneurial man. I like my flexibility. I really desire the mission that I'm here on this earth to see through and to build. And there was not that many women who are able to hold that space of being able to be with, what many call a high value man. The way that they move and shake and operate is very different. And when I first met Christiana, we met at Cafe Fig, which is an iconic cafe right here in downtown Los Angeles. And we met over a business meeting. And immediately I knew she was the one. Even before I met her, I knew that she was the one, or, the one that was going to be with for a significant period of my life. And I hope until the day that I die, she is the most incredible woman that I've ever met. And as far as there being the one, there had never been, I've dated 20, 30 women. I've been married. No one even came close. There was not someone that I could even compare to. And the way that I remember sharing our vows the day that we were getting married, and the level of authenticity, I can be myself fully, and she accepts, supports, acknowledges, and loves every single part of me, and has continued to do so through challenges, through stress, through business, through ups and downs, through everything that she's gone through. And yeah, I'm so blessed. I mean, I don't know how I manifested her, really, truthfully, because she was the only date that I ever went on in Los Angeles. And that Los Angeles is notorious for being a really tough place to date. And I found arguably the most beautiful, the most skillful, the most kind woman day one. So it's a manifestation right from creator or from source that knew that this was part of my journey. And yeah, I'm very blessed. She's incredible.
So remember what I told you, Jeremy. I said, I know how busy you are. We'll go ahead like we did 2.0. We'll just go ahead and talk through. We'll do it on a Zoom, and we'll have your story done. Guess what? That's why we did this interview. You've got your story done right now, because that is a beautiful, yeah. So often, it could be forlorn, but it manifests because you were in the middle of, just like Jeremy, what was I doing? You've heard my story. I mean, I sucked so badly at dating that Match.com gave me 6 months free. When I released that with Bob, but there was something inherent with me that I was holding back, because I said to myself, I need to get these boys raised and through college. And so it was just, that was my barrier. So if, ladies, gentlemen, if you're looking for that one, look and see, what is that barrier? What is that thing that maybe it's but it's a good barrier. And so then what happened? Oh, I'm doing what I'm doing. You're doing your spa. I'm running on the beach. Kind of like today, it was like 110% humidity in Florida. And what do you think I look like after 6 miles running on the beach? I looked bad, smelled bad. And this guy came up, 6'R" of him, a 6'2", with this Department of Defense badge, and said, I'm Dr. Robert H. Baer. I'm not a stalker. Are you single? And I said, yes. And he said, are you dating? And I said, no. And he said, I want to ask those runner legs out for a glass of wine. That's how we met.
I love that.
So
it's really important, Dr. Jody, because it's, for me, at the point of where I was in dating, I was not willing to sacrifice what I know I'm here on this earth for. And so I had been sacrificing for other people. And I just said, listen, like, I'm not going to sacrifice anymore. I'm going to be fully me. And if someone loves and appreciates that, then I'm going to go all in. And if not, then I'm just not going to spend my time and invest into that. And I think it's something for the men. And I know this new book is on, men, and the awareness is, I've seen this with some of my other friends, women, like my wife, I'll be honest, was out of my league if I were to play small. Now, the beautiful aspect about the feminine energy is it demands the masculine to step up and to rise to the occasion. I fully believe that. Yes. And so she's this beautiful Los Angeles woman, has her thing going on. I'm in Canada doing my thing, But when men are in those scenarios, so often they cave, they become weak, they give in, they don't arrive to that best part of themselves. They don't step up, they don't rise to the occasion, and then they end up projecting back onto the woman based on what she might be doing or feeling or whatever it may be. And so I think it's just really important, as we're talking about men that are aware, is the feminine will give you an opportunity. like the woman could be way out of your league, but a woman is looking for a man that can, generally speaking, that can make her feel safe, that can make her feel taken care of. This doesn't just mean money. I'm not talking like this is, they want to feel taken care of. They want to feel desired. They want to be more important than your video games or your Xbox or your cannabis or your guy friends all of the time. And this doesn't mean you give up your whole life.
That was so California. I want my audience not to miss our audience not to, or your cannabis. That was so, that was so California.
Yeah, or whatever it is that the guys are doing on the East Coast, right? You know, like going the football or the baseball, whatever it is. It's not, you're not giving those things away, but it's to make sure that the woman feels desired, safe, secure. And if you can do that, you'll find the one or whichever one is next on your journey. But men need to step up. They really do. You know, I think men have become weak in a lot of ways, and we need more strong men that are kind, that take care of themselves and those around them.
And a real man. So get ready, ladies and gentlemen, for this book. Ladies, you can buy this book too, for the men in your life, of course, but also it will help you understand how you're going to be. I had more men, Jeremy, that said they bought The Essence of a Woman for their significant other, a girlfriend, a wife. They said, I got into this kind of to know who they are, because when we come together in community, the genders, and we can evolve together, it's a beautiful human quantum experience. So you can find Jeremy. Give everyone the Quantum Spa website, please.
Yeah, it's really easy. It's www.quantum.spa, not .com, .spa. And on Instagram, the Quantum Spa. On YouTube, the Quantum Spa. Go check it out. We're really excited. If you're here in Los Angeles, we'd love to host you, and stay tuned as we'll be coming to Vegas next.
And Vegas, LA, coming to a South Florida destination soon. I'm sure we got to get you on this East Coast, but it was such an experience. I didn't want to leave in the spa. It drew you in, Jeremy, just like you and Jason drew me in with that handshake that day. It's who you are. And I'm just so grateful that we're doing this journey again. To do a repeat is just an honor and a joy. Thanks for taking out the time. Hope the engineer appointment got in there. And we say ciao for now.
Thank you, Dr. Jody.
Bye now.
Bye.